The past couple of days have been focusing on 3D shapes, and we're going to continue to focus on that. The goal for today is I can define 3D shapes by their number of edges, vertices, and faces. In our last lesson, we talked about those words. We'll give them a quick review. So it says, "Hi friends, I look different. What's different about me?" You remember in old lessons he was a rectangle, and now he's a rectangular prism. He's a 3D shape. We can define 3D shapes by their faces or flat surfaces. So remember, this is the face right here of the rectangular prism. I brought in a rectangular prism, this box of crackers. This is the flat surface or face right there. And we can also define 3D shapes by their edges. Okay, the edges are right here, right there, right there. Think about if someone was walking and they'd fall off the edge. That's how I kind of remember it. So you have these edges going around it. We can also define them by their vertices, just like 2D shapes. So just like in a 2D shape, the vertices are corners, and 3D shapes have them as well. I have 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. Let's take a look at this box again and count them all. So we have 6 faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus these ones on the side. 5, 6, 8 vertices. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it says 12 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We also have to remember 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's where those 12 edges come from. Okay, a cylinder has blank faces, blank vertices, and blank edges. Go ahead and get your Show Me app out. Let me get mine out also. Okay, so we're looking for faces, vertices, and edges. And I brought a cylinder too. A cylinder is like a can. See how it's round, but then on top you have these 2 faces. So how many faces does a cylinder have? This picture, it's kind of hard to tell. You can only see maybe this one there, but we have 1, 2 faces. Now you might be wondering, well, why is this not a face? Okay, remember, a face is a flat surface. And this one right here is round. See how it curves around? So that's why it actually has 2 faces. Right, how many vertices? Well, there's actually no vertices. There's no corner, no sharp corner on here. So instead of vertices, we have edges. So this is one edge here, so it all connects. and another edge down here. So 0 vertices and 2 edges. Okay, a cone has blank faces, blank vertices, and blank edges. Okay, starting with the faces, we have this flat face right here. Remember, this one is curved, so not a face. So it actually just has one face. Vertices, the only vertice it has is this tip right here. So just one vertice. And then edges. Think about how many edges it has. Well, the only edge it has is this one right here. So just one edge. So everything with the cone has one face, one vertice, one edge. A sphere. Remember, sphere is like a ball. Think about the sphere. How many faces would a sphere have? Well, if you think of a real life ball, it's round. If it's round, it's not going to have any faces, because remember, the faces have to be flat. Vertices. How many corners are on a ball? Kind of a trick question, because there are no corners on a ball. The sphere has 0 vertices. And edges. How many edges? Well, since it's completely round, there are no edges. A cube has blank faces, blank vertices, and blank edges. Okay, start with faces. This one's tricky. I know this is not a cube, but a cube is just like a rectangular prism, except instead of a bunch of rectangles, it's a bunch of squares. So a cube and the rectangular prism are going to have the same number of faces, vertices, and edges. I know you went over this again, but let's look at it one more time. It has 1, 2, 3, whoop, keep slipping, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 faces. Vertices, it's got a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4 corners up top, but also 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 more at the bottom. 4 plus 4 is 8 vertices. And edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're not going to count these ones because we already counted them when we were counting that. So that's 10, 11, and 12. 12 edges. How are we feeling? I know this is tricky, especially with the ones that have lots of vertices, edges, and faces, but hopefully this is giving you a little better understanding. Draw a 3D shape. Label its faces, vertices, and edges. So you can draw any 3D shape. I'm going to do a rectangular prism. And I know 3D shapes are very hard to draw, so it's okay if you're having a hard time with it. The most important thing is that you know what each is. So a face this thing right here, right? This flat surface. The vertices, remember corners are vertices. And then finally the edge is right here, going up there. Which 3D shape has one face, one vertex, and 0 edges? A vertex and vertice, they're the same thing. So what 3D shape has one face, one vertex, and 0 edges? A cylinder. Well, a cylinder has 2 faces, so no. A rectangular prism. Well, we've looked at that one a couple times. That one has 6 faces, so no. A cone. Well, that has 1 face, so maybe it's a cone. Let's look at the last one. Sphere. Remember, sphere is like a ball, so that has no faces. So the only answer could be is C, a cone.